Hello guys, I'm going to my new YouTube video for today, and today's video is going to be MCU related. So, many people right now on, social media with like the Spider-Man fans, live action Spider-Verse and stuff, and that's cool and all, but have we forgotten, or the Spider-Man fans have forgotten that Miles Morales is already in the MCU thanks to Spider-Man Homecoming? Hmm? Many fans, I think, forgot about that. Like Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland. But it's like, hello, what about Miles Morales? When is he gonna do his debut? In this video, I'm gonna talk about my two theories on how Miles Morales, Ultimate Spider-Man, can be introduced in the MCU. One way, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So we know that I think we got the info that Doctor Strange and Wanda are gonna go across different worlds to try to catch the mysterious villain that we don't know who it is. I still think it's Nightmare though. But who knows? Anyway, during their chase, their chase scene with like the villain, I'm guessing the villain will stay in a couple of different alternate Earths to like find something or whatever, and Doctor Strange and Wanda will visit an unknown New York, and once they get there, they're gonna feel like eerie, strange, and be like, go around to find the villain, and whoops, and they will go across NYC obviously and stop at the cemetery, and then they're gonna notice Spider-Man sobbing or just visiting a tombstone of a relative, and Doctor Strange or Wanda be like, "Oh, hi, Peter. You visiting your uncle?" And then Strange or Wanda again can be like, "Oh, like I see that you made a new suit or something like that." And then Miles just turns around and says, "Peter Parker? Peter Parker died months ago, stranger. I'm the new Spider-Man of this city. I'm Miles Morales." And then Strange and Wanda be like, "Peter is dead in this universe?" And they look at the tombstone and it says, "Here lies Peter Parker, Spider-Man, the savior of NYC. Will never be forgotten." So that's my first theory. Miles Morales might be introduced in the Multiverse of Madness. Second theory, Spider-Man 3. Since we know that Doctor Strange is gonna make an appearance in the film, perhaps Peter Parker might be curious about his future, so he tells Strange, like, "Oh, can you do that multiverse thing and, make a field trip out of it to see, like, my future of being Spider-Man?" So like, Strange agrees and says, "You may not like what you might see, because who knows what will happen to you in the future." So Parker's like, whatever, I just want to see my future, how it is and stuff. So they go, and again, how with the Multiverse of Madness theory, they go to like the NYC, go to like, they're like walking around the city. I notice the Spider-Man in the red and black suit and say like, "That's strange. Like am I gonna make that outfit like in the future or something?" So they go around and see that like newspapers. Wait, newspapers? Who has newspapers? Like the news say, like, "Oh, we're devastated over the loss of our hero Spider-Man." And Peter is like, "Whoa, what? Did I just hear that right?" So like the news says like, "Oh, it's been like months of the death of Spider-Man." So Peter begins to like freak out, and then says like, "Oh, like I want to go home because this is scaring me, but I want to see like what happened to me." So they go to the cemetery again and see his tombstone. Like, "Here lies Peter Parker, Spider Man, and then they see like around the city they see the new Spider Man swinging, and Parker's like, oh, I'm gonna catch up to him because maybe he knows what happened to me. So it's like, you know, I think he stops Miles and then says like, oh, who are you? Like, what happened to me? Because the news and my tombstone says that I'm dead. Like, what the heck's going on? And then Miles Morales just goes like, kind of like, oh, Peter, is that you? But you're supposed to be dead. You died fighting ex villain or villains, and you died like months ago. And after you died, I made an oath to be the new Spider-Man of this city to protect my city and its people. Like, where do you come from? Like, what's going on? And boom, and Peter Parker's like, what's going on here? Strange. It's like I don't want to die. Like, I have a ton of stuff to do, and I want to keep doing my superhero stuff for as long as I can. Like, what's going on around here? So there it is. My two theories: Multiverse of Madness or Spider-Man 3 post-credits scene or during the film. And those are the two ways that I think that Miles Morales could be introduced in the MCU. Because again, I think many forgot that Miles is in the MCU and are going nostalgia blindness over the Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. So there you guys have it. My two theories of how Miles Morales can be introduced in the MCU. Till later, guys. Peace.